a lot of the examples you've given are like true sort of concrete examples of someone with diversity, multiracial background, et cetera. What about like the white male from Kentucky? In which scenario can someone who would otherwise be like, I'm not diverse, how can they maybe have an angle where it's like, no, actually you might be a diverse candidate? Or would that just never be the case?
That's a great question. And I go back to my original statement, how we're all diverse. We all bring something to the table. So if this white male from Kentucky is applying to a big East Coast school where there aren't many white males from Kentucky, that will give that student that competitive edge. Because remember, the goal of the schools, of universities, is to bring together a cohort of students with different ideas, different backgrounds, right? So that student from Kentucky will bring to the table something that a student from the Bronx or from Queens or from other parts of New York City will never really have access to information, to style, to gait, to rhythm, to language, right? That's diversity. You know, listen, I'm a New Yorker, and I do have one character flaw. I think New York is the capital of the world. And I acknowledge that. But I learned from people from all over the country. I've had the privilege of working and traveling all over the country. And when I go to the South, when I go to the West, when I go to the Midwest, I learn from my fellow compatriots things that I will never learn staying in my little silo in New York, in Manhattan. So schools look at that, right? I was going to I went to a comedy show once, and the comedian was talking about the difference between the Brooklyn Italian American and the West Coast Italian American, right? Completely different experiences, right? Mm-hmm. Both students are of Italian descent, but one growing up in LA and one in Brooklyn and one in New York gives them completely different experiences. Definitely. Right? So even my well-to-do, uber wealthy students from the Upper East Side that go to these exclusive schools in Manhattan and all over the city, they also bring diversity to the table. And that's a message that I really want to convey, because I don't want, my white, straight, Christian, East Coast, West Coast students to feel that I'm not special. I have nothing to bring to the table. Not true.